It's 7:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A two-day public hearing starts today to consider the controversial expansion of the Mount Thorley Warkworth coal mine. The hearing will allow those in favour of Rio Tinto's plan and concerned residents of nearby Bulga to have their last say on the mine's continuation. Vice President of the Bulga-Milbrodale Progress Association, John Cray, says the hearing has been scheduled again due to policy changes.
This whole process is only happening again because the government has changed its policies to help Rio Tinto get an approval. And that is not right. It's not democracy. It's not a fair go for the people of the Hunter Valley.
Maitland and Dungog councils have voted against amalgamating. Both councils held meetings last night to discuss the idea, with all councillors voting to stay separate. It comes after an independent report found a merged entity would leave the councils with mounting debt. Meanwhile, it's emerged wages and salaries at Maitland, Cessnock and Lake Macquarie have soared by more than 18% between 2011 and 2014. That's compared to average increases in earnings for the rest of us of just 2.7%. A state parliamentary inquiry is on the way into the forced closure of small Hunter schools. The inquiry is in response to widespread outrage at education officials' plans to close small rural schools, including those at Martins Creek, Wallambai, Rukul and Bylong. Greens MP John Kay says local families deserve more.
The New South Wales Parliament set up an inquiry into the closure of small schools. This comes after two high-profile Hunter schools were closed down against the wishes of the community. The ongoing closure of small schools is a triumph of the chequebook over the community's best interests. We are really concerned.
Plans have been unveiled for a new high-rise at Wickham called The Interchange. The 10-storey building in Bishopsgate Street will feature 32 apartments, 2 levels of car parking and ground-floor commercial space. It's tipped to be the first of many new developments aimed at transforming Wickham over the next few years. Construction will start today on the major gym upgrade at Singleton. The project is receiving $5.7 million in funding from the state government and $200,000 from a voluntary planning agreement with the Ravensworth coal mine. Singleton Council General Manager Lindy Hyam says the upgrades will be extensive.
This kind of facility will enable us to attract funding to run programs and activities from both state and federal government. Stage 1 will be the preparation of a new gym and group fitness area, and Stage 2 includes a new hydrotherapy pool and administration facilities, cafe and creche, which will be completed by May 2016.
Briefly in other news, a man who spent several hours in the freezing Newcastle harbour yesterday morning after trying to escape from police says he was high on the drug ice at the time, and a Largs man has been jailed for at least 6 months for ripping off would-be car buyers on the Gumtree website to the tune of $60,000.
Sport for our sponsor, newcastlecheapestcars.com.au.
In the lead up to next week's State of Origin decider, Newcastle Knights Yoni Matautia has been given the call-up to join the Blues training camp. Although it's said Matautia isn't being considered for the match at Suncorp Stadium, it's hoped the camp will prepare him for future selection. Coach Laurie Daly will name his Game 3 side today. Toronto golfer Callan O'Reilly has secured a 3-stroke victory at the Tahiti International Golf Open. The 24-year-old produced the best opening 3 rounds in the history of the tournament, pocketing over $20,000 in prize money. Former A-League Championship winning assistant coach Mark Jones is set to rejoin the Newcastle Jets. Jones has been appointed head of performance at the club to oversee player strength and conditioning, as well as to assist with video analysis and scouting. That's sport. I'm Georgia Moylan.